How you guys doing? Ah, see here. Now, I'm doing a video here, and let me what's this here? Okay. Now, with all the bullshit that Pat Bondi and Cash fucking Patel and Dan Bon fucking Gino, that fucking egg-headed bastard, you know. The whole thing about this Epstein file bullshit, you know. Epstein file bullshit. It's really getting old, man. Really getting old here, man. Just really getting old. Now, Anonymous on TikTok, no, not TikTok, but Twitter, X. I want to put some here real quick.
You remembered what they wanted you to forget. So they are giving you what you asked for. What you asked, you demanded. You remembered what they wanted you to forget. So we are giving you what you asked for. 100 names. People who flew to Jeffrey Epstein's private island. 10 of them will remain redacted because they were victims. Trapped in something no human should have ever been forced to survive. We will not re-traumatize them for your curiosity. We do not protect the powerful. We protect the truth. And the truth is this. These names are not rumors. These flights are not conspiracy. These were real. Documented. Ignored by the very systems built to hold power accountable. These monstrous people, they still walk among you. To those who knew. To those who participated. To those who paid for silence. You are not forgotten. You are not protected. You will never be forgiven. We are not driven by vengeance. We are driven by memory. And memory does not fade. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. We remember what you did and what you chose. Expect us.
That was Anonymous. Now, what I have here, what Anonymous just released. Awesome names. These names are on this list. The one name that highlighted is a name that's sitting in the office of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Barbara Vaughn, Jennifer Driver, Mark Milton, GM John Assessi, Jen Assessi, Donald Trump, Marla, Tiffany, Nanny, Mark Milton. Passengers, passengers. Christina Kinkado, Bob Gold. Those are the names.
2025, c'est pas la. Mando'Ade, 1 foot on a trail, and 1 on this guy. Why settle for black?
Anonymous does not ever look around. In their nearly 20-year existence, Anonymous has done things remarkable that would blow anybody's mind, blow people away mentally, you know. Anonymous does not fuck around. They've never fucked around at all. Because Anonymous, in their nearly 20-year existence, has a huge surprise for the world. Some of you who voted for Donald Trump, when you realize this, the man you voted for, the whole MAGA movement bullshit, you've been deceived. You've been fucking deceived, folks. You've been fucking deceived. You've been lied to about him. Okay. All right. Now what I'm doing is I'm laying a message to a boy of mine. Anonymous has a huge surprise coming. For nearly 20 years, Anonymous has done things that, you know, most people wouldn't imagine would happen. You know, I mean, shit. When I first started knowing about him, it was around 2008. Saw their very first video, man. I tell you what. I became convinced. Yeah. I became so fucking convinced, man. I tell you what, man. Shit. If you don't believe me, go ask PayPal. Go ask Visa, MasterCard. HB Gary security firm. Why don't you go ask the countries that had their sites taken down? Go ask the Federal Reserve. Go ask these law enforcement officer departments that had their sites taken down. In fact, why don't you go ask the people of Stupidville, Ohio? Go ask them why Anonymous went after the town. Why? See, Stupidville, Ohio is hiding a secret that nobody wanted because in that kind of town, football is gospel. Well, they can take their gospel and shove it up their ass. In Stupidville, Ohio, a 16-year-old girl was drunk, got taken advantage of by the whole football team. And they wanted to sweep it under the rug, folks, until Anonymous got caught wind. Anonymous caught wind and went after the townspeople. Hey, why are you dumbasses hiding a circuit that your football team sexually assaulted a 16-year-old girl who didn't even consent. She was drunk, influenced by alcohol in her system. But yet, you should worry about your star football players. You're willing to put your town and the school's reputation over a victim. And people were like, when they heard about Anonymous, they're like, why is a bunch of hackers putting their nose where it doesn't belong? Because if you're willing to hide a secret about the football team assaulting a 16-year-old girl, and it's been recorded on video and uploaded, that caught the attention of Anonymous. Okay? So, Stupidville, Ohio, not Stupidville, Stupidville, Ohio. So they threw two players under the bus. Why not the whole entire group that was there talking shit about the girl? How come you don't throw those guys under the bus as well? Because we need them. Fuck you, Stupidville, Ohio. Wow. Anonymous has released some names of the Epstein flight list. Everyone's got him here.
citizens of the world. We are anonymous. Jeffrey Epstein was not simply a billionaire financier. He was not merely a predator. He was a blackmail artist, a facilitator, a tool used by intelligence agencies to compromise the most powerful men on Earth. And we believe he worked for Mossad. The US public has been deliberately misled. What the media calls a sex trafficking scandal was, in truth, a blackmail intelligence operation spanning decades, reaching into the highest levels of US politics, finance, and foreign policy. At the center of this network was Jeffrey Epstein, financier, convicted predator, and alleged asset of Israeli intelligence. The Department of Justice, the CIA, and the FBI would have you believe that the full extent of this story begins and ends with Epstein's death. But the files, the flight logs, the court records, and the social networks tell a much larger tale, one of espionage, elite complicity, and mass deception. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is a matter of pattern recognition, supported by court documents, leaked logs, and investigative journalism. Here's what you were not supposed to see. Epstein's partner in crime, Ghislaine Maxwell, is the daughter of Robert Maxwell, a confirmed Israeli intelligence asset. Epstein surrounded himself with Israeli officials, including Ehud Barak, a former prime minister and chief of the IDF. Together, they funded Carbine, an Israeli surveillance firm, a digital panopticon, designed to monitor citizens in real time. Epstein was not just gathering women, he was gathering data, secrets, leverage. He was a honey trap operator, a middleman for intelligence services. According to Ari Ben-Menashe, a self-proclaimed former Israeli spy, Epstein was recruited to collect compromat, blackmail material on powerful men through sexual entrapment. He was gathering intelligence, sexual blackmail, for the Mossad, Ben-Menashe alleged in the book Epstein, Dead Men Tell No Tales. His partner, Ghislaine Maxwell, daughter of Robert Maxwell, a confirmed Mossad asset whose funeral was attended by 6 former heads of Israeli intelligence. Epstein's social reach included Ehud Barak, former Israeli prime minister, with whom he co-invested in the Israeli surveillance firm Carbine, a company that collects real-time geolocation and biometric data. Carbine's U.S. partners include tech billionaires and Trump-aligned donors. This is not an accident. It's a pipeline of influence between U.S. elites and Israeli intelligence networks, masked as business, cloaked in philanthropy, and hidden behind national security excuses. Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States, once described Epstein as a terrific guy who likes beautiful women on the younger side. Flight logs, pilot depositions, and photographs show Trump and Epstein socializing repeatedly in the 1990s and early 2000s, at Mar-a-Lago, at private parties, on jets, and in Manhattan clubs. According to David Rogers, Epstein's pilot, Trump flew on Epstein's jet at least once in 1997, a trip from Palm Beach to Newark. There were claims from other Epstein associates that the number was closer to 8. The lawsuit, filed under the pseudonym Katie Johnson in 2016, later withdrawn under suspicious circumstances, accused both Epstein and Trump of rape at Epstein's Manhattan townhouse in 1994. While dismissed, the case raised troubling questions that the DOJ never pursued. Trump was not the only powerful figure in Epstein's Black Book, but he is the only one to later ascend to the U.S. presidency. But this is not just about one man, or one president, or one spy agency. This is about the entire machine, the FBI, the CIA, and the DOJ, who had all the evidence and did nothing. Why? Because Epstein was useful. Useful to Mossad, useful to the U.S. intelligence community, useful to billionaires, useful to the elite, who depend on secrecy and control. What would happen if the full client list were released? What if the public saw who was protected and who was involved? It would collapse faith in the system. It would unravel alliances. It would show the American people that their government was compromised, not by a foreign enemy, but by its own intelligence apparatus. It would expose the shadow state and its foreign tentacles. Trump will never drain the swamp. He's part of the swamp, owned by the shadow state. The FBI had Epstein's Black Book and his flight logs as early as 2005. The CIA knew who he was connected to. The DOJ, under both Republican and Democratic administrations, allowed sweetheart deals and sealed indictments. Why? Because if the full extent of Epstein's network and its connections to foreign intelligence, especially Mossad, were exposed, it would shatter public trust in U.S. law enforcement foreign intelligence sharing, especially with Israel. The legitimacy of U.S. elections, policy decisions, and global diplomacy. Releasing the full client list wouldn't just implicate celebrities and politicians. It would expose a structural rot, a transnational intelligence web that uses blackmail, media control, and financial manipulation to keep governments compliant. This is not about one pedophile. It's about a global influence operation that thrives in the shadows of state secrecy. In the past, we have worked alongside WikiLeaks, DDoS Secrets, and other independent press entities, some of which shall remain unnamed. Together Together, we have revealed truths deliberately hidden from the public because we believe transparency is not a privilege, it is a right. Recently, Elon Musk publicly stated that Donald Trump's name appears on the Epstein client list, a claim he would not make lightly. He hinted at insider knowledge acquired during his time working with projects such as Doge and within closed circles of power. We now call upon Elon to follow through. Either release the Epstein client list to the public or leak it to us so we may ensure it reaches trusted hands for global dissemination. Hacking was never just about breaching firewalls. At its core, it has always been about exposing hidden truths and stress testing corrupt systems. The system we inhabit today is diseased, poisoned by secrecy, privilege, and power, and it must be dismantled. The time for transparency is now. The world is watching. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
How about them apples? Huh? The American people have been lied to. They've been lied to. He's lied to you guys for last too long. Too long. So see, the thing is, I didn't vote for the guy. Never did. Never supported him. Never liked the guy. Never did. I am what you call a Jeffersonian libertarian conservative. I follow the founders in their ways. I don't follow Trump. I don't follow Bill or Hillary. I don't follow Obama. All that bullshit. I don't follow Reagan. I don't follow Bush. You know.
We are nothing, but we are everything. We are anonymous.
It's just that when you realize that the shadow cabal, the deep state, the dark shadows of society, creeping like a shadow climbing the wall to put fear in your psyche, to put fear in your heart. Well, those days are over. Those days are done, man. Fucking done, dude. You know, fucking done. And we know why Trump became president. Okay, I'll tell you why. To make sure that those files never, ever see the light of day. Period. Because his name is on the flight list. It's on the list. Highlighted. He became president to make sure that those files will never see the light of day. Ever. But do you know who will do it? Anonymous. Exactly.
We are nothing. We are everything. We are anonymous. We are legion.
Yeah. What? That's good. Mom. I'm live right now. Yeah, I'm live right now. Bye. Thing is, it's true. The real reason why he became president was to make sure that the Epstein files and documents and names do not see the light of day. It's a fact. I've hated the guy my whole life. Never liked the guy. Hated his guts for my whole life, man. Hated his guts, you know. Never liked the guy to begin with, you know. But do you know who I like? Al Bundy. He said, it don't matter who you vote for, it always ends up bad. Is he lying? I don't know. He's just a TV character. Yeah, that one saying, it don't matter who you vote for, it always ends up bad. Facts, my friend. Facts right there, dude. Right there. You know why? The guy's a blue-collar working man selling shoes. Yeah. Don't matter if you're selling shoes, selling cars. It's a job. A blue-collar guy telling the truth. It don't matter who you vote for, it always ends up bad. He ain't lying. It's a fact, my friend. But so far, Donald Trump's name is highlighted. And this is by Anonymous News. Anonymous News. The flight logs were already released to the public. We're not going to waste time with that. We want client list, Elon Musk. Have one of your lackeys drop whatever you have here. Your Anon.news file drop /index. There's one index. Epstein flight logs. Epstein Little Black Book redacted. These are what Anonymous got. Haitian child trafficking scheme. Transcript of Donald Trump deposition. Epstein's flight manifesto. Your Anon News on X. Check it out. Right there, highlighted. See that? That's Donald Trump's name, guys. Highlighted. Released by Anonymous. Ghislaine Maxwell's dad was a Mossad. He was Mossad. And Epstein is Jewish, by the way, folks. And what we have here? share socials, Trump, Epstein, Barack in the same elite event, business ties, Epstein Barack partnership in Carbine, campaign networking, Epstein introducing Trump aligned billionaires, pro-Israeli elite donors, Alison Waxner in study groups bridges, private intel influence, Black Cube, and the broader Israeli operations. Now, don't tell me that Trump became president to help fix shit. No, he was there to help cover shit. More food for thought. Elites Madam Ghislaine Maxwell is the daughter of Robert Maxwell, a documented Israeli intelligence asset linked to Mossad and multiple journalists and MI6 insiders. Why do we think Epstein was Mossad? Israeli-born ex-spy Ari Ben Manasseh, who claimed Epstein was working with Israeli intelligence, collected secrets, and ran a honey trap operation using young girls and compromising information to blackmail targets from Mossad thread. Now, Project 2025 applicant database. Link exposes data on applicants and Heritage Foundation's Project 2025 via DDoS. Secrets, yes, Elon still censors the DDoS secrets. DDoSsecrets.com article, Project 2025 applicant database. Anonymous Collective has hacked Turkey's e-government service portal, e-deviant capacity. Major blowout in Erdogan's digital infrastructure. Yeah. See, this is why the whole MAGA movement is stepping away from Trump. The whole MAGA movement thing is they're walking away from Trump. He's out there for himself to make sure that those documents and shit like that do not see the light of day. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. President, but Anonymous just did that. You fucking moron. Anonymous did that for the people, for the world to see. You know. Really? Anonymous did that, man. Yeah. So the question is, what do you think about your president now? Folks? What do you really think about your president now? Yeah. It's very simple. Don't vote. Stop voting. This guy is nothing but a pawn, man. That's all he is. Just a damn pawn. No more, no less. That's all it is. Yeah. Don't take my word for it. Just read. Anonymous News on X. Check it out. All there. See, since Pam Bondi ain't got the fucking balls to release it to people as she promised, she said the same thing to a stranger, the O'Keefe Media Group, OMG, released of her talking to a complete stranger about the Epstein files and shit. What does that tell you about Pam Bondi, that fucking cunt? What does that tell you? Right? Round 2 is just like round 1. No more, no less. Don't take my word for it. See it for yourself. That's all. My name is Reverend Ordo, and this has been the Anonymous Mando'Ade Network. If you're new to this channel, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification. Always live happy, well, and wise. I mean happy, healthy, well, and wise. Healthy, well, and wise, folks. And we'll all see you next time. Peace out. Godspeed. Buddha bless.